So what's going on, toxic gamers? Looks like we got brand new leaks about the PlayStation 6. You wanted a PlayStation 6? Well, you're gonna get it, gang. And we also gotta talk about GTA 6. Some bad news came out about it, so yeah, we're gonna get to that. And apparently Call of Duty may be adding a monthly subscription with cosmetic rewards. Bruh. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna be talking about that. A lot of fellas are angry. We also got brand new gameplay for Battlefield 6, which is looking amazing, okay? Like, everybody's shaking around the streets, and yeah, it is true. Apparently, we might be having BBC Bundle on a subscription model, man. I never thought that we're gonna be having a BBC Online on a subscription model. Absolutely diabolical stuff. You don't have to like the video. You do not have to subscribe, or I should say, like the video if you're sick and tired of microtransactions like that in Call of Duty, bro. Like, damn, man, monthly subscription. Yeah, I mean, get mama with that. But first of all, let's talk about the good stuff, okay? Roll it.
Down and to participate in a Battlefield 6 multiplayer event where the devs invited a shit ton of content creators to play the new maps, including Mirak Valley and Operation Firestorm.
Yeah.
And essentially how it was presented to us was during the betas, they wanted to really show off the smaller maps with destruction. They wanted to show off the new gunplay, the movement, and all of that stuff.
Man.
And then now we get a chance to actually play Battlefield the way people like me have been begging them to let us play Battlefield. I've been asking and I've been criticizing the small maps that we've gotten through these betas. And so I was psyched that they invited.
And let's be real, right? Like, we need some smaller maps, but we also need like the bigger maps. Sometimes you have small, other times you have big. Pause. But yeah, right? Like, you need the bigger maps. We're talking about the Battlefield, man. The damn Battlefield, man. We need bigger maps. So, and apparently a lot of people are shaking and creaming over the Firestorm map. Pause. But yeah, no, people are saying the Firestorm map is actually the best. Hopefully it's good, but I certainly do not want like Firestorm map to be the best. Not as in like I want the map being bad. I'm just saying as in we need to have other maps that we can also say they good too, right? Like I hope Firestorm, because Firestorm is a remaster, right? I don't want this to be the best the best from Battlefield 6. I hope it's good, but I want other maps to be better as well, if that makes sense. So in return, we're gonna have like, you know, 5 good maps, okay? 5 solid maps, maybe even all the maps, or perhaps like give or take 7. I guess if 70% of the maps are amazing, that's gonna up the replay factor for the game so much. But if only 1 or 2 maps are considered to be like the best of the best in the game, then we're gonna see the Call of Duty effect, which certainly nobody wanna see that, right?
Me to this one. I want to talk a little bit about Mirak Valley because personally I think this is one of the better maps in the game, but that's probably because I love the all-out warfare, jets flying overhead, vehicles, Humvees, ATVs, all of that is present. Now Mirak Valley is one of the biggest Battlefield maps that we're going to be getting at launch. Now I gotta say, this map to me is kind of split in half a little bit. There's one side of the map where there's 2 large construction buildings and a nice path for infantry to play in, a lot of verticality. There's multiple floors to these buildings. You can blow them up. There's stairwells. There's zip lines to get from floor to floor. And where I'm standing in this gameplay here, there's an entire section in between these buildings that has a whole bunch of construction. Like there's different pipes and pallets, and there's a huge crane that kind of runs in the middle.
Pipes? Hey, yo.
And throughout the game, I wouldn't call it levolution, but this entire area gets leveled with a bunch of shit. It just basically turns into rubble, debris. The crane can come down, and the destruction on this map is fucking insane. A lot of different paths for infantry to play in, and I think that side of the map flows really well. And then you have the other side of the map, which is, I would say, the north side of the map, where it's a lot more vehicle focused.
Man, Call of Duty, bruh, like, I don't even know what's gonna happen with Call of Duty, dog. Like, Call of Duty, yeah, check this out. Shout out to the homie Blame Truth, and that was the homie Big Fry. Apparently, we're hearing about the Battle Royale for Battlefield. Now, I'm not a big fan of Battle Royale, but hear this, check this out. This is gonna knock your socks out, or I should say, knock the socks out of Activision, man. Like, this is crazy, bro. Check this.
Battlefield 6 Battle Royale is currently planned to launch on October 28th, 18 days after the launch of the game. Just 18 days. This date is subject to change as always, especially with the BR currently in testing in BF Labs, but I've heard it is the current plan for launch.
And apparently, right, October 28th is surely before November the 14th. I believe November 14th is when Call of Duty is going to be releasing. So, yeah, man, it is Joe over. Apparently, these motherfuckers out there are gonna be having monthly subscription for cosmetic rewards, man. These suckers out of their damn mind. They completely lost the plot, bro. They completely lost the plot. This is the type of news we're hearing about Call of Duty Black Ops 7. Worse is we're hearing, yeah, Battlefield 6 dropped new map gameplay, biggest map gameplay, remake of the Firestorm gameplay, right? Fans are creaming, fans are shaking, fans doing helicopters with their release pause again, and we hear that the Battlefield 6 Battle Royale, I'm not a big fan of Battle Royale anymore, but okay, right? Like, shit, I mean, damn, okay? So, yeah, we're hearing that the multiplayer looked good, it felt good, played good, destruction crazy, new map gameplay out. Now they're talking about this boy dropping. I mean, hot damn, bro, like, this is, and on top, it's gonna come out before Call of Duty, but after 18 days after the multiplayer of Battlefield 6. I mean, holy smokes, it ain't no dang joke, guys. Like, yeah, Call of Duty, it's not looking good for them. They need to drop crazy amount of surprises, like a miracle. Okay, they need to drop a miracle before fans start jumping on Call of Duty. But let's be real, Call of Duty is Call of Duty. Even when fans hate Call of Duty, they're still gonna buy. So yeah, there's that. But we'll find out, though. We'll find out.
If you guys remember, I talked about Call of Duty potentially moving their release date up in a previous video. Well, this is why. Ghost of Hope reiterates this and says Call of Duty needs to move its release date up. This is just ridiculous. He also said COD is going to need to do some pretty big surprises at COD Next at this point. Battlefield releasing a month before is one thing, but having their F2P BR out there just weeks later is a pretty big reason to be worried if I'm Activision. I don't think you guys realize just how insane this is and how much pressure it puts on Call of Duty. How many times have they released an unfinished, broken game on their own schedule and then still had to delay things, and that's with no competition throughout the years? Like, seasons will get delayed. I know Verdansk got delayed. Even when they pick the scheduling, they are behind, and the stuff they release is buggy fucking garbage. It's almost like they shouldn't have fired those, like, 12,000 devs or whatever that work for Call of Duty, Microsoft, Activision, Blizzard, and whatnot. They're probably got to fire hundreds more based on, you know, the fucking violence and hate campaign that a lot of the devs spewed in regards to the most recent.
Man, Phil Spencer, man, yeah, Uncle Phil said that he's gonna make this, like, Activision, once they acquire Activision, you know, it's gonna be the best, okay? Gonna be good for the gamers, gonna be good for the devs, okay? We're gonna make it amazing. As soon as it acquires it, fires devs. You know, fires devs. Yeah, Activision, apparently they fired like closer to 3,000, something like that, right? From Activision Blizzard. Something like that. In total, like, we're hearing 9,000. Some are saying 9,000, 12,000. Yeah, I lost count, man. I don't even know, bro. Like, Uncle Phil, bro, he capped to everybody, bro. That is crazy. Uncle Phil just did a reverse Uno, man. Real quick, though, I gotta shout out the homie Cody. For the $2 super thanks. Shout out to the homie Eric, Michael, and Brian for becoming brand new members on the channel. Thank you guys so much for all the support on the channel, for the way you support the channel. Appreciate it. It means a ton, helps out a ton. Alright, let's get back to the content here. Boo boo, check this out.
Recent assassination and whatnot. So it's just like, how can they keep up? They fire their own devs for AI, and then when they have to fire them for, like, breaking the rules or whatever, what do you do then? Are you gonna hire back the people you fired for AI that didn't do anything wrong? I mean, are those people even gonna want to come back? The point is, I'm rambling. I don't think you guys realize how big of a deal this is. It is going to be a nail in the coffin situation for this entire franchise. I am not exaggerating in the slightest here. Let me just explain. Them having a time constraint that they're not calling the shots for, they're not controlling, is going to be a disaster. If they move this game up and it's horrendously buggy as it usually is, I mean, guys, I don't know what to tell you. It's going to be better at this stage to delay it exponentially, I think. I think it's better to delay Call of Duty till late November, maybe even like early December, in the hopes that maybe people get bored of Battlefield 6 at that time.
Late November ain't gonna do none, bro. You know, that would be 2 more weeks, because the game we're hearing is coming out November the 14th, right? So let's just say November the 28th, or, you know, November the 30th, something like that. I don't know when the Friday or Tuesday is gonna land. I believe it's gonna come out on Friday, right? Yeah, let me just quickly check. Okay, November the 14th. Okay, November the 14th is a Friday, so November 28th lands perfectly. So that's not gonna do much, let's be real. They gotta drop it, like, and of course they wanna drop is these twats gotta release it before Christmas, because they want those Boxing Day sales, they want those Black Friday sales, exactly, Black Friday sales as well, right? Game price is gonna be the same, but we want Black Friday sales, okay? We're not even gonna have a discount, but we want Black Friday sales. These twats, I swear, man, these bankers, I swear to God, man. But yeah, it would be better if they were to drop it like mid December, right? This way they can get Christmas sales, and also by then, yeah, Battlefield 6 isn't gonna be like super hot. It's not gonna be the new chick around the block, right? So it's not gonna be new. So people can actually go pew pew in Call of Duty. Okay, a terrible joke, I know. Okay, let's get back to it.
Time and try out the game. That's their only hope now. I think moving the release date up and trying to fight fire with fire and just do that, it's not going to work. I mean, it's going to be a fucking disaster, a shit show of epic proportions. And they've done it to themselves. This is what happens when you coast and you don't try. And then when you are forced to try, you're not prepared. You are a weak pissant in comparison to someone who's actually been training and grinding behind the scenes. This is exactly what they deserve. So what is their plan B with this? What is their plan B? I'm going to get into a lot of their plan Bs, but I think I need to show you.
Plan B is to bring in the bring in the BBC skin with a monthly subscription, gang. That's their plan B. I mean, of course I'm joking around, but I'm not joking around. Like, we're hearing news like that. Of course I'm saucing the news up with what they have done in the past, right? Nicki Minaj just burned a BBC skin that you just saw, the friendly UAV online bundle, right? Friendly UAV online, yeah, UAV online, right? And you know everybody where everybody's at. But basically, once you wear the BBC skin in the game, Nicki Minaj is burned in the game, farting unicorn, Butthead and Beavis. It's Beavis and Butthead, but Butthead and Beavis, right? What the hell is going on with this company? And now these suckers want to have like a monthly subscription. You out of your damn mind, bro. Like, I swear to God, they lost the plot, my G. They lost the plot. These motherfuckers crazy, bro.
This one first. I can't believe I'm showing you this. And I hate to be all, I hate to hype this up, and then the ad runs as it usually does. But you're going to want to see this. I truly cannot believe this is where their priorities are. Just take a look. Crashty, another popular leaker and data miner, had this to say: Call of Duty may add a monthly subscription with cosmetic rewards. Can you do me a favor, viewer, if you're still with me? Write out in the comments section your first just kind of gut reaction to this. Oh my God. Don't sugarcoat it. Don't try to overthink it.
No, man. What the fuck, man?
Yeah, man, like, what the hell? I don't understand, bro. I don't get it. What the hell is going on at Activision? Y'all need this much money? Okay, I get it. Like, it's a business. They need to make the money. But, bruh, like, what the hell, man? Damn, man. That is... Holy shit. Holy shit. My God.
Just write out what you think of this particular piece of news down there in the comments. I'm trying to see something. I mean, someone says, where's the source of this information? And they say, here's the source at Activision. Supposedly, this would replace their Black Sale model. So instead of paying $30 every couple of months, I'm guessing you would pay probably like $15 every month with how they like to scale their revenue, because God forbid the $4 trillion company loses even a little bit of their precious cash to the consumer, you know? But
maybe because of the inflation, or for the sake of rounding them numbers up, perhaps they're gonna make it $20, something like that, right? $20? Probably, yeah, man. This company has lost the plot, y'all. But now we're hearing this about GTA 6. Now keep in mind, okay, this is speculation, but it's coming from the homie Tom Henderson. Now the homie Tom, very credible. You know, we covered his leaks and news in the past. He's a homie as well. And yeah, he has been right many times. And yeah, sometimes, you know, the stuff was changed slightly, but I honestly cannot even think from the top of my head on the stuff that he got wrong, right? I guess Battlefield 2042 was the big one, but his leaks were spot on. Other than the feelings, right? And the feelings are one thing, okay? You should never take feelings as objectively, because feelings can be wrong, and that's exactly what was wrong, because, you know, we were thinking, or Tom was saying, the game is gonna be like Battlefield 3 and 4 on steroids, but we know it was not the case. But everything else he said was true. And again, he hears news and then he relays it. But in this specific story, it's his opinion, okay? He's speculating. So, and I believe he confirms that too. But yeah, it's a topic of discussion. Yeah, people are covering this. GTA 6 being delayed. Shout out to the homie Zach, Tom, and yeah, Insider Gaming. They're covering it. Roll it.
Release it in there. For some reason, I just cannot see GTA 6 releasing in there. You know, all the rumblings and so on just doesn't seem to suggest it. Not good enough to corroborate it and report on it. I think Rockstar are just such perfectionists that, to me personally, I think we're looking at October.
That's what I was thinking.
And
October.
then it allows them
October of 2026. He means, by the way,
to obviously get the holiday sales, and then a year, 18 months later or whatever it may be, we're looking at next gen. They're going to do a next gen port for that.
Yeah,
You've got,
That's when they're releasing on PC too.
yeah, exactly.
So once again, it's very important to acknowledge his track record with accurate insider information, but it's also important to
Now, yeah, it's speculation. So yeah, again, like I said, right, speculation. Don't take it for real. But let's be objective here. I guess subjective here, right? Mostly everybody believes that these twats gonna delay the game, right? And honestly, from May to October, not necessarily a big deal, but I would say May is perfect. Why? Because this year, I mean, we would have been playing GTA 6 by now. Oh shit! Or perhaps being like 2 or 3 weeks, maybe a month away from playing the damn game, bro. Like, yeah, we're in September. Perhaps the game was supposed to come out this month or October, but it got delayed to May 26, 2026. And let's be real, this year we're getting Battlefield. Yeah, we're gonna have Call of Duty as well, and a game or two other than that. But May, summer 2026, we're not necessarily gonna have anything big. So that timeline is perfect. I really hope they don't delay it, but if they are gonna delay, I guess September, October, November is what we're looking for. If they are gonna delay to 2027, then that would be that would honestly like lose a lot of hype. But
to listen to what he's saying. He's using words like me personally, in my opinion. So this is his opinion. He is not stating this as a fact. This is just strictly video game talk right here. So don't take this as fact, just take it as a possible option. And I'm gonna tell you why, because this is where things get interesting. If we actually take a look at the times that Rockstar has delayed their games that have an official release date, it's actually 50-50, so you can flip a coin on it. But going back as far as GTA 4, this game initially had a release date of October 16th, 2007. It was delayed, and Rockstar gave a release date of April 29th, 2008. In Red Dead Redemption 1, the game was set to release on April 27th, 2010, but it was actually delayed until May 18th, 2010.
Yeah, with Rockstar, you can never really trust it. Now let's actually get down to the PlayStation 6. Yay! Apparently we're hearing it coming out by the end of 2027, maybe by the end of 2028, but 2027 is what's been given here. Shout out to the homie TCMF, new leaks. Let's get it.
And now diving into the final story of the video, the PlayStation 6 full specs leak. So this is a good chunk of stuff, but we're going to cover this like we did the PlayStation Portable 3 video, where we're just going to go ahead and compare what was there before in terms of leaks to what we have now, just to see what's changed. So the PlayStation 6 will not have a chiplet design for the chip, but it's a 3nm monolithic chip. For me and you, that just means that it's going to be a traditional console chip, not some PC-like setup, seemingly like what Xbox is doing next. Now, focusing on the CPU, before the leak mentioned 8 Zen 6 standard cores, and now it's 7 to 8 Zen 6 C cores with 2 Zen 6 low power cores. The low power cores are there for the PSP3, if you guys remember, where it's there for the OS tasks to give about 20% performance back to games from the CPU. The cores are also now Zen 6 C cores, not normal Zen 6 cores, which adds to the point of this console design potentially being more compact. Now, looking at the memory bandwidth, before he mentioned it would be maybe 160-bit or 192-bit. The bigger, the better.
So, okay, before it was supposed to be 8 Zen 6 cores, now it's 7 to 8 Zen, so so they're trying to remove a little bit off the CPU power. Come on, man. So now it may be 7 Zen. Damn, but okay, so you got 2 Zen 6 IP cores. Do I understand what that means? Absolutely not, baby. Let's get to it.
Now it seems locked in for 160, supporting up to 40 gigabytes of RAM. As for the GPU, before he said 40 to 48 RDNA 5 compute units at roughly 3 gigahertz. Now it's 52 to 54 RDNA 5 compute units at 2.6 to 3 gigahertz.
Okay, so even the leaks got upgraded.
So more compute units, but the frequency could be lower than before at somewhere between 2.6 to 3. But there are more compute units now on the GPU, as according to the latest leaks.
60,
this puts the console at roughly 34 to 40 teraflops compared to PlayStation 5's 10.28 teraflops. Again, teraflops don't matter as much. But going on rasterization speed, again, this is how fast the chip can convert 3D objects into 2D raster images that can be displayed on a screen. So turning geometric shapes into pixels. Before, it was roughly 3 times that of the PlayStation 5's raster speed.
Nice,
but now
2.5.
it's 2.5 to 3 times that of the PlayStation 5's raster speed. So slightly lower than before. And
so some things got upgraded and other things got downgraded. Damn, man. Even the leaks got downgraded. That's crazy.
Finally, the ray tracing performance. Before, we didn't have exact information in terms of numbers when it comes to ray tracing, but this time he states it's going to be 6 to 12 times that of the PlayStation 5. PlayStation 5 Pro, for comparison, is 2 to 4 times that of the base PlayStation 5 in terms of ray tracing performance. Ray tracing is going to be a big factor next gen when it comes to visuals. If they manage to bring...
Let's be real, right? Specs don't mean shit. Of course they do mean shit, but I mean, if the games aren't even utilizing its full potential, then it won't even mean anything. Like we've been seeing, right? PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5. Certain games, you see the upgrade. Absolutely, right? Absolutely. But there are other games where they look basically almost the same. They just feel like that they are 720p on the PS4, but 1080p on the PS5. So just like a tiny, just more sharpened version essentially, right? And just better, slightly better textures. But other than that, there isn't a massive difference. And Black Ops 7 still gonna be on the PS4, bro. Still gonna be on PS4. Now, surely it's gonna look better on the PS5. There's no mistake in that. But yeah, no, when PlayStation 6 comes out, games need to, what about, like, yeah, because games are still coming out on PS4 right now, bro. And we're talking about PlayStation 6 coming out in the next 2-3 years. Holy shit, man. Yeah, so specs are great and all, but will anyone utilize its full potential?
Bring path tracing, a game running on PlayStation 5 and one running on PlayStation 6 will look different as opposed to when we had the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 situation where it was, yes, sharper, maybe more going on in the world, better textures, but lighting in games has such a big impact to realism, and that looks to be what the PlayStation 6 is focusing on. Overall, this looks like it's going to be a more compact console focused on AI and ray tracing, which is what we've kind of been seeing so far. It's going to obviously be a more powerful console, but based on what Moore's Law is.
Yeah, everything AI, bro. Everything. Yeah, like Sega's just wanna plant in AI everywhere they can, bro.
That is saying it's going to be a cheaper one to make. Also take in that the PlayStation 5 era has had to deal with the PlayStation 4 for cross-generation, a console that still runs off a hard drive. The PlayStation 6 era will have PlayStation 5 for cross-gen, so we should be seeing a solid advancement in games where they can ditch the need to support PlayStation 4, which is also something Moore's Law is Dead stated in the video. PlayStation 5 will be the lowest setup next generation of console with fast SSD memory. That's the baseline. Now for the shocking part of this, Moore's Law is Dead stated that PlayStation 6 ray tracing performance will be 5090 level, a $2,000 graphics card. This is something that people are having a hard time taking in, but remember, he's only talking about the ray tracing performance here, not the full power of the GPU. That's how I come to understand it. I'm excited for the PlayStation 6. Obviously, I'm more excited for the PlayStation Portable 3, as I've stated before, but the PlayStation 6 is where I'll get that home console high-performance experience, and I'm excited.
Yeah, brother's shaking, brother excited though. But did you see this video though? Yo, if you have not seen this video, check it out because the stuff that she was caught doing, crazy. Check it out and I'll see you right there.